Are you looking for the best 65-inch TV under $1,000? You've come to the right place. This is the Sony Bravia XR. More specifically, this is the Sony Bravia X90L, which costs $998 at the moment. Without any further delays, let's jump straight into it.
Let's go!
We'll start off with picture quality. Picture-wise, it's a solid performer. The X90L uses a VA LED panel compared to mini-LED panels like some Hisense TV, which have hundreds to thousands of dimming zones. The X90L only has 88.
Is that all you have?
This shouldn't turn you off from getting this TV. However, while there may be slightly more blooming, the X90L more than makes up for it with sheer picture quality. The X90L has great contrast, resulting in deeper blacks and brighter highlights. Sony also incorporates really great processing in this TV, ensuring a solid experience. The X90L has a typical brightness of 560 nits, and it can go as high as 1200 nits. This is especially important for HDR. To display HDR, you would need about 500 to 600 nits minimum, and this TV is capable of twice that. What about color representation or reproduction? This TV has a color space of 92% DCI-P3. While this isn't the full range of DCI-P3, it is still more than 100% of the sRGB color space, resulting in a wider color range, which is important for high-quality content to be displayed. Overall, the Sony Bravia X90L has solid picture quality. It's great for viewing SDR content or regular content, along with HDR content due to its peak brightness. What about the sound quality? Well, the Sony Bravia X90L has built-in speakers, but no subwoofer. Using the TV as it is alright. You can watch most content with no issues, such as Netflix, Prime Video, and more. But it would perform better with a soundbar, and this is the one I recommend. How about gaming? The Sony Bravia X90L is great for gaming. The TV was made with the PlayStation 5 in mind, and as such, it has features specifically for the PlayStation 5. Things like auto HDR tone mapping or auto genre picture mode, which lets the TV adjust its own settings when you've switched from gaming to watching content or vice versa. This TV has ALLM or auto low latency mode, which reduces input lag or the time when an input from a device is registered on screen, and VRR or variable refresh rate, which eliminates screen tearing. Response time is also great on the Sony Bravia X90L. It has an average response time of 11 milliseconds and a minimum response time of about 4 milliseconds. The Sony Bravia X90L can also output 4K at 120Hz for the PlayStation 5. As for the Smart TV features, this TV runs on Google TV OS. It is smooth, responsive, and accessible, and it has many features that you'll need. A few of those are Sony's XR 4K upscaling, lots of streaming platforms such as Disney+, Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, Google Assistant, and many more. Let's move on to the connections. The Sony Bravia has 4 HDMI ports. 2 of those ports are HDMI 2.1 ports. Those 2 ports are capable of 4K at 120Hz, and the third port functions as an eARC port. Connecting your soundbar to this port lets the soundbar output great sound quality. There are 3.5mm jacks for those that still need it, and of course, some other ports such as an Ethernet port and optical audio port. Now let's talk about the build quality. The TV is made of plastic, which does not feel premium. Its bezels are very thin, however, and the stand is stable, and it isn't over-designed. As always, however, I recommend using a wall mount to improve the feel and look of the TV. All in all, the Sony Bravia XR X90L is a great TV. It's great for consuming standard content such as YouTube or Netflix, and it is also great for HDR. When it comes to gaming, the X90L is paired well with a Sony PlayStation 5. If you want either of these TVs, you can scan the QR code here. At the moment, the Sony Bravia costs $998, and we can see in the price history that there were many instances when the X90L was not in stock, so our alternative option is the Panasonic Z85. It costs a little bit more than the Sony Bravia, but we can expect the price to reduce over time. At the moment, it costs $1,099.99, and its 3-month price history tells us that it has been declining in price recently. This has been Marty, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. Cheers!